Good Friday evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Tampa Bay, Florida, the site of the Tampa Bay Christmas Invitational, and it's time for Upperman Lady B basketball on UCR. Tonight's broadcast presented by Gentry's Power Equipment, and we are a few hundred miles away from home. I'm Noah McKay on the call, joined by the lovely Madison McKay on camera for us. 3 days of hoops for the Bees and Lady Bees. It is first up for Upperman, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the biggest classification in the state of Florida, the Armwood Lady Hawks. They are undefeated, 8-0 on the season. They face an Upperman team that's rolling into tonight's ball game at 9-1 on a 7-game winning streak, coming off of 3 straight blowout victories back home. 50-30, their last time out last Saturday against Maryville. 6 days away from the floor. Lady Bees haven't got to practice since then. And so this one could be a very interesting ball game tonight as they face off against an undefeated Armwood team. Let us know in the comments who you are, where you're watching from, who you're cheering for, as we are live on the main UCR YouTube channel tonight. Happy to be along with you. Moments away from tip-off, Upperman. They're in those new threads, the sick throwback gold and white jerseys with the little octagons on the back. 17, 18, and 21 for the 3-time state champion Lady Bees. They've had a lot of success in recent years in Florida. The first time in this tournament, though, and it is a very good field. Lead official throws it up. Let's get it on in the Sunshine State. Taylor Delenti possesses the tip, gives to Gracie Butler. To Delenti, they left Taz wide open, and it's 3-0 Upperman. Asanya Brown with American Way Real Estate 3. Thank you very much. Lady Hawks bringing it across the timeline. Two schools separated by 600 miles. The Lady Hawks just 22 miles away down the road in the greater Tampa area. For Upperman, of course, out of Baxter, Tennessee, over 620 miles away. Mid-range jumper, nothing doing. Maggie Butler there defensively. Same starters tonight for the Lady Bees. South, Delenti, Butler, and Ava Mae Allen. 3-0 Upperman early on in this ball game as we get settled in for some evening hoops. The Bees in action coming up against East Bay out of Florida. After the conclusion of this game, we hope to get that one to you on time. They're on a different floor, so I had to pick up and run to that one. Taz in the half court. They left Sadie South wide open for 3. That one's no good, though. Rebound down, out of play, and it'll go to Armwood. As we get this shared on the main page, a full set of games across the network today. 8 games for you back at the Frank's Christmas Shootout out in East Tennessee for Pickett County basketball. And, of course, here, as Upperman's in the full court pressure, Gracie Butler should like this tournament. They let you get real physical with the Sunshine State. That 3 nowhere close. Rebound down. Here comes Taylor Delenti into the half court. Slows up. Tough to get a gauge on this Armwood team. Undefeated, mentioned the rankings. South wide open. Corner 3. Too strong, no good. Sadie South with a week off. Struggling just a little bit early on. Another steal. This time it's Maggie Butler. Full court pressure working early for the Lady Bees. As Maggie with it now tries to find Gracie. Gracie goes to work. Drives inside. Throws it up good. Gracie Butler with the take, and it's 5-0 Upperman, 90 seconds into the contest. Now into the half court. Armwood trying to get established against this vaulted Lady B defense. They start in a man, they'll go into the 2-3. Not a question of if, but a question of when. Been a fun week for Upperman here in Florida. Spent a few days in Orlando getting the theme park treatment, and now all back to business. And it is 2 stacked fields. The Bees side, oh my. Deep 3 on the way, good. Nice shot. Rained home for Armwood as that one is splashed through by Richardson. She's their best player, and it's 5-3. Delenti already has 3. She drives in. Gracie Butler, it's knocked out of her hands. A little bit bigger size inside for Armwood. That's good for the Lady Bees to see here on the road. Ava Mae Allen going to inbound here. Fires it into Butler, that set play. Kicks back to South, over to Maggie. Maggie thinks about the triple, puts it down between the legs. South over to Gracie. Gracie finds Taz. Thought about the deep one, instead puts the dribble down and resets. Here's a fun little nuance in this tournament. The shot clock's on. 8 seconds on it for Upperman. Delenti got open, 4-3, in and out, no. Rebound down. Lady Hawks have it. Ava Mae got her hand in there. It's a jump. The arrow belongs to Armwood. 35-second shot clock here. Resets on a shot that hits the rim, both in the boys' tournament and in the girls' tournament. So we've talked so much about it in the state of Tennessee, the joke that we don't have a shot clock. They're not putting one in tonight. There is one in tonight. Now driving in. That's a good job breaking the press by the Lady Hawks as they try to get established. Blocked by Maggie, but it went to Richardson, and she is fouled on the way up. And it's 2 free throws upcoming here for Amaya Richardson. Mentioned she's their workhorse player. You go to Twitter, she's all over it. Really good size to her. And she's going to the stripe to shoot 2. Not sure who they got that foul called on there. Mentioned they let you play very physical. We'll note it in the boys' game. It is going to be a full-quarter rock fight, which is something Upperman wants to see. As Richardson sets up, flies away the freebie. 2 for 2. 5 unanswered for Amaya Richardson. We're tied up at 5 as Upperman tries to settle into the contest. Had some good looks. One's fallen, a couple of them haven't. Maggie goes to work in the half court. Miscommunication, and it'll go the other way to the Lady Hawks. Mention Upperman, they want to settle in here. 6 days without a practice. Couldn't get a court in Orlando. So expect some sloppiness early, but there's a steal for Gracie Butler. Drives in, good for 2. 22, got 4 early on in this one. Back into the full court pressure. Trying to break it into the half court, go the Lady Hawks. Ava Mae Allen with a little trip up, and she'll be tagged for the personal. She thought she didn't get her, but the official disagrees. It'll be her first, team second. Midway through the opening quarter, it's 7-5 Lady Bees. Here comes Cora Bass and Ella Harrell into the game for Maggie Butler and Ava Mae Allen. Ari checking into the game here for Armwood. Not to mention not practicing. They also been at the theme parks. Not working out, but maybe not as hard as you do back home. So they got to get back in game shape a little bit. They're in the 2-3. A driving kick for Richardson. Deep 3 ball up. That one's no good. Great box out by Taylor Delenti inside. Now Delenti brings it ahead. Cora Bass in the half court. Dangerous overpass. Bad decision there, and it'll go back the other way. 4:12 to go in the first. This Armwood team, they have a few dominant blowouts, 75-15 type games. They have a couple of close ones. Mentioned really tough to get a gauge. We know it's a very different girls basketball scene here in South Florida, or I guess in Central Florida, I should say, right here on the coast. 3 back for Richardson. No, she's a good player. You see the stroke, rebound down. A second chance for the Lady Hawks. A little runner thrown up. That won't go. Harrell with the rebound. And Ella Harrell gives back to Gracie Butler. Butler pushing the tempo. Finds South inside. Kicks to Bass. Bass back to South. Now a nice overpass to Delenti. Thought about the deep one. Puts it down. Now back to Gracie. Gracie goes to work. Back to Taylor. Delenti's Euros in is fouled. Taylor Delenti believes going to go to the line to shoot 2. She will at the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line as Robinson picks up her first. That's the team's first. One of the best free throw shooters in the Upper Cumberland goes to the stripe to shoot a couple. Score update on the EJ's Barnes scoreboard. Pickett County leads 13-11 after 1. Over in the Frank's Christmas shootout, York fought hard. They led throughout against Bearden, but late, Bearden pulls back to win the game, 54-50, and advance onto the Frank's Christmas Shootout Championship game. Taylor Delenti goes 2 for 2 as Gracie Butler checks in for her Maggie checks in for her twin sister Gracie. Back to a 4-point Lady B advantage. Inbound, Delenti nearly gets it, but a nice job to go get it by Richardson. Now a pass left side, and that one off the mark. Possession back to the Lady Bees. And this is something Upperman was hoping. They know they haven't faced a team that can ratchet up that pressure and that half-court zone look. They hope they could get an early start despite the time away. They have. Harrell posting up inside. There's the flip pass. Muscles up in the foul. Ella Harrell to the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line to shoot 2. See who this one goes against. That's number 2. Bandy will pick up her first. Team second. And Ella Harrell to the stripe. First free throw no good for Harrell. Upperman 7 deep so far. JV played earlier. Both the Bees and the Lady Bees victorious. Lady Bees dominant. Bees got a bigger test. Nice second one through for Harrell. And Upperman's lead back out to 5 as they scored 5 straight. Gracie back into the game for the Lady Bees. in the freshest uniforms in the UC. Dangerous pass and the pressure causing all sorts of problems early for Armwood as the Lady Bees get it back with 3:09 to go in the opening quarter. Coach McWilliams excited about this shot clock. Felt like they had an opportunity to do some good things with it. So far, hasn't created many problems. See if that changes as the game goes on. Delenti with it. Quite frankly, the biggest change is knowing that it's there. Right side Bass. Bass back to Gracie. Taylor wants it. Now she has it. 16 on the shot clock. She goes to work. That's a dangerous pass. Tipped and intercepted. Nice defense there for Richardson. And a chance for Armwood and another turnover. Tallying up early on the turnovers. 5 of them so far for Armwood. Five turnovers forced by the pressure. 2:39 to go in the opening quarter. Upperman's lead is 5. Bass goes to work. Flips back to Gracie. Double screen. Now she'll go to work. There she goes like a freight train. Not a contact. We're good. We're in Florida. Swiped out of the play. And it goes to the Lady Hawks. That's why you play here. It's also why they're going to Greenville next week. A tournament that has 5 state champions and 6 state runners-up from a year ago playing in it there at the Andrew Johnson Bank Classic. Full timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. Be back in 30 seconds on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Upperman basketball on UCR. Located at 755 Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville, Gentry's Power Equipment is your local steel dealer with a huge selection of outdoor power equipment, including chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, mowers, pressure washers, and more.
Three of the season already, and hopefully we are still on the air. We are definitely lagging out. We got to be very careful with those. As we jump back to life here. 2:26 to go in the opening quarter. Upperman with the lead and the basketball. Inbound, and now a steal, a turnover the other way. There go the Lady Hawks, pushing it in transition. Butler from behind nearly swiped it. Now they force back out. Richardson goes to work. Nice pass, open 3-ball up and good. Robinson splashes home the triple, and it's 10-8. Buckle up for a good ball game tonight. Bass picks up, now gives over to Butler. Gracie gets a nice screen from Maggie. Now back to Maggie. Over the right side, Bass. Bass to Delenti. Taylor Delenti, deep 3, got it. Asanya Brown with American Way Real Estate 3 for Taylor Delenti, her second of the quarter. And Upperman's lead is back to 5. Now another dangerous pass, and it's stolen away. Maggie Butler with the steal, then gave it right back. Possession back to Armwood as they trade turnover. Sloppy play here. Another turnover. This time Maggie with it finds Taz for the easy 2. Welcome to the Taylor Delenti experience tonight. She's got 10 first quarter points, and Upperman's out in front 15-8. Now Richardson with a nice feed across the paint for the 2. Lay-in found by Bandy, her first point. She's the second leading scorer on the team behind Richardson. Bass back to Delenti. Thought about the deep one. Steps back over to Bass. Harrell in the low block. Turnaround with the left hand. Nice take for Ella Harrell. Upperman back out in front by 7. Now Richardson fires a pass across to Bandy. Swiped away. Could have been a foul. We play on. Here comes Gracie Butler in the half court. Left hand dribble. Amtrak leaving the station. Gracie Butler can't finish. Ella Harrell to take out the trash. It won't go, and a foul on Harrell as she went into Bandy going for the rebound attempt. Harrell picks up her first. Bringing up into the half court, Richardson. Nice job breaking the press. Out of that full timeout, they've been much better against it, and Richardson has 8 points in the first quarter, and it's 17-13. Sierra Nash into the game. She played well in that JV contest earlier. Now South gives over to Butler. Butler off the dribble, starts to drive, now floats back. 22 seconds. They can't hold for the last shot. An offensive foul as Gracie Butler extended the arm. She certainly did. That'll be her first, team's third, or fourth rather. Taylor Delenti to the table, about to check in. Now left side it goes. Richardson with it with 9 seconds. No shot clock now as they're under it. Nice left pass, driving in. Runner thrown up, no good. Fight for the rebound. Maggie Butler has it, saves it to Delenti. This would count if it goes. It will not. And that brings us to the end of an exciting first quarter. After one, it's Upperman 17, Armwood 13. This is Lady B basketball, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
The Real Estate Collective Land and Farm Team represents a dedicated group of individuals possessing a wealth of expertise in land and farm sales. They possess a range of resources at their disposal, all aimed at showcasing the innate qualities of each property. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their current listings at letsgorico.com. The Real Estate Collective Land and Farm Team is proud to support student athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Tee Up is the Upper Cumberland's brand new indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. You want to know how you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in. Visit them online at teupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. Tee Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Keep going. Welcome back. 17-13 the score. Upperman with the lead after one. Back and forth first frame. Maggie Butler fakes one screen. Looking back door. Bad decision there as it goes back to Armwood. Richardson nearly travels. Keeps the foot down. 3 ball up and good. Robinson with her second triple of the game. And back within a point go the Lady Hawks. We'll get the camera straightened out. It's a very awkward setup here as Ava Mae Allen picks up, finds Delenti driving in. Delenti hezzies, and it's knocked out of play. And we did this last year. It was good. Got a little comfortable.
Yes, sir.
And now we'll do it this year.
Yeah.
Coach, you got East Bay coming up later, but first Lady B's 17-16 lead and something you would expect. Physical brand of basketball when you come to the Sunshine State.
Anytime you're here in Florida, you know what you're signing up for. It's going to be a really physical game, and obviously that's not changing.
It has certainly not changed so far in this ball game. Yep. We'll get it fixed at the next timeout as the inbounds comes in. Armwood trying to bring it up. They've been better against the press after a full timeout in quarter number 1. Upperman's had a couple of breakdowns that are uncharacteristic, and I'm sure that's what leads the timeout. We'll have a couple of score updates on the EJ's Barnes scoreboard. Morristown East leads Pickett County 26-22 at half. Sarstown East leads Pickett County 26-22 at half. Saudi Daisy leads Cookville's boys 15-10. Inside, nice job by Maggie Butler, but it's thrown off of her and out of play, so they will retain possession. Trying to get it situated a little bit there with the camera. Inbounds floated over Richardson, having a really good first half. To travel in 49 states, not here, and that's a reach in the other ones. We play on. Richardson, little hezzy. Now it's a shot clock violation. Welcome to the shot clock era.
There's the first one.
Boys will be playing with it a little bit later on.
Unfortunately, sometimes our possessions don't last that long.
No, they do not. Unfortunately for your opponents right now.
Sometimes.
Start. As Allen, left-hand dribble picks up. They ratchet up the pressure. Now she gives back to Gracie Butler. Maggie with it. Maggie right side south. Now Delenti pops free, looking for her third, and she got it. Taylor Delenti with another. Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate 3.
That's part of these out-of-state tournaments. They don't always have the best ideas of who can and who can't shoot, and we've seen that many times.
As that one's out of play, and it goes to Upperman. Just lost it. Yeah, we saw Sadie South have 2 open threes. She missed them, but we've seen Taylor Delenti be left open 3 times, and she has reined it in already here in this gym. No practices for you this week, so a little bit of a slow start kind of to be expected.
Definitely. A little rust on there. We had a little bit in the early JV game. I kind of seen that in the first half.
They got nothing for Taylor Delenti. Another Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate 3 for Taylor Delenti. She's reining it in, and that is a timeout called by Armwood. 30-second timeout. We'll take a quick break and come right back.
Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate is proud to present the Goff Ridge Resort at Center Hill Lake, featuring homes and large level building lots. Homes starting in the 290s and building lots starting at $42,900. The lots are soil tested and approved with utilities at the road and are ready for you to build your dream home. For more information, contact Realtor Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145.
Welcome back. 23-16. Good start to the second quarter for the Lady Bees as they've opened up the advantage back to 7, tying their largest lead of the game. And it's Taylor Delente, 16 points already. It's Delente 16, Lady Hawks 16, as they try to give Armwood their first loss of the season. That's a travel. That's another one.
Yep.
And thankfully, they call that one as it'll go the other way.
I was very surprised when I first saw the first quarter score, and they had 16 points. You don't see that much out of Upperman defense.
No, you do not. As Delente has it, gives over to Gracie Butler, drives inside, and there's a rip and a foul. As Butler hit the deck, and I believe this one's going to go on Bandy. That's her second, and that's a big deal. She's arguably their best player alongside Richardson. Inbound right to Gracie, and she loses it. Couldn't possess it. And here comes Armwood trying to push the pace. Little hezzy, right-hand runner. Nice block from Maggie, and now another block and a jump. The arrow belongs to Armwood. And that's the physical play is a lot. We talk about it a lot, Austin, but for Upperman, you can be a little bit more aggressive there in those spots than you can be maybe back home.
100%. And, sometimes they have a little depth issues in certain spots, and that definitely will solve some of that.
A drive in for Armwood, and there's a hand check call. Both South and Allen got in there. See who this one goes against. I like the high step run from the official. Goes on Sadie South. Her first. Team's first here in quarter number 2. The Bees in action next. We hope that will be live. I don't think, is it on this court, Coach? I think it's not.
It is not on this court.
And that's a problem for me, but I'll figure it out as we go left side. We could have you a little delayed with this start, depending on how long this game goes. Richardson fires it inside. It went off the backboard, or the rim rather, and that resets the shot clock. A lucky break for Armwood as they'll give around right side. Now picking up, back to the top of the key. Flip pass into the corner for Richardson. Has that confident shot, no good. Gracie Butler thought about it and decides to just let it go out of play, and Upperman will take over with 4:51 to go in the second quarter. Let us know in the comments who you are, where you're watching from, who you're cheering for. Happy to be along with you tonight. Into the corner, Sadie South wide open for 3. Third time not the charm, but a good rebound for Ava Mae Allen. Then the pass out was tipped and stolen away. Another turnover, really tallying up early. Baseline drive, good defense, and a foul is going to be called on Maggie Butler at the very tail end of it.
That Armwood's playing a dangerous game there, leaving 11 in the corner.
And she's missed 3, which could be a net positive for Upperman because they'll keep leaving her open. Baseline inbound coming. It is tough to get tape on this Armwood team. That one goes off the stanchion. Back to the Lady Bees, who appear to me, Austin, they've settled in a little bit here on the defensive end in the second quarter after that fast start for Armwood.
Yeah, get back in a little bit of what they're comfortable with and some different assignments and kind of get a feel for the other team a little bit. Like you said, not having a ton of film time or a big scout.
Butler over to Delente. Another 3-ball up. No good. Fight for the rebound. South tried to go into the line of the trees. Couldn't come away. Richardson does, trying to find a point for Armwood. They bounce it over right side. 3-ball on the way. Line drive, no. Maggie Butler takes it away. Now Gracie. Gracie slowed up. Drives and kicks to Delente. Right side, Gracie. Flip pass in. Dangerous. Maggie physically goes up. No. Got her own rebound. Takes out the trash and finishes the 2.
There's that physicality piece. That's usually the Butler twins thoroughly enjoy that.
Now that one knocked out of play. It'll stay on that end with Armwood as the Lady Bees have opened up their largest lead of the half. It's a 9-point advantage. They're going to get that Cookeville game live. Facebook continues to be the worst company in the world. They're going to go live on my personal page, and I'll share it. Corner three on the way, no good. Rebound bounced up into the air, and Cora Bass, who swears yesterday at the Magic game that she's 5'2". South goes in for the lay-in, and Upperman's starting to open it up. I mean, she was adamant, without shoes, that she's 5'2".
She was. I was part of that argument
I
as well.
find that hard to believe, Austin.
Hey,
I really do.
She got up there for that one. Big rebound, good assist up the floor, and easy points.
And now Upperman out in front by 11, and it is a full timeout on the floor. Never mind, it's a 30-second timeout. So they'll stand them back up. And Ty Cobb getting in some shots as per usual. 3:24 to go in the second. Good second quarter right now for the Lady Bees.
Very good, and welcome Armwood to Upperman Lady Bees basketball. It's been 4.5 minutes, and you've not scored.
Yeah, that is, and it's been pretty routine. You think back, there was a big game against Livingston 2 years ago where Livingston had 16 points in the first quarter, and then they had 16 the remainder of the game. Final score was 32 for Livingston in that one, and that's just, you mentioned no tape. Then you give Dana McWilliams the dry erase marker after seeing a few things, and they made a few adjustments. They really started to key in on 22. Richardson had a great first quarter and has not scored yet here in quarter number 2 after having 8 in the first. That Bill Belichick-esque, going to take away your best thing. You got to find a counterpunch.
Got to find one.
They've really struggled with the pressure. Back into it goes the Lady Bees. Cora Bass gang with Richardson, and they'll settle into the 2-3. Now a little mid-range bunny jumper up. No. Good rebound down. And Taylor Delenti shielding off the defender. Eyes up. Finds Bass. Bass. Outlet feed to Sadie South. The wing three. Got it. Asanya Brown with American Way Real Estate 3 for Sadie South. And there go the Lady Bees. Another steal over to Bass for 2. Nice feed by Taylor Delenti to find Bass.
Talk about it all the time. Upper Cumberland girls basketball, it's hard to beat.
They've doubled them up already, a 16-point advantage. Now they go left side. Trying to drive the 2-3 zone of death. The straitjacket defense. And we've got official time. The mouthpiece kind of hanging out of the mouth, so you got to put it in or out, one of the two. That Steph Curry look. Yeah, I call this one the straitjacket. The 2-3 where it doesn't feel like a 2-3. You're supposed to get open shots against that look, and that ain't happening right now. And now they got to reset the shot clock, I believe. They will, down to 11 seconds. And how about Dana McWilliams? First game with a shot clock this year. On it. They said, hey, there should be 11 up there, not 30. They reset it. Use it to your advantage. Now it's down to 7. Richardson going to have to go quickly here. 5 seconds. Already have one shot clock violation. They're about to have another. That's it. 20 or 35-second shot clock in attendance. And that's 2 so far for Armwood.
That comes into play, especially when teams aren't used to it.
Upperman with a 16-point lead. And this is the other thing. As South has it. Now a feed in. And right place, right time for Gracie Butler. Finishes the 2.
That'll be one you ask her later about, and she'll say, yep, that was right too, Gracie, on purpose.
Now that one was poked away by South. Right to Butler. Here goes Gracie Butler like a freight train ahead. Euros through. Too strong. Rebound down. Armwood needs some quick points. That one's stolen by Delenti. Taylor Delenti. Shoot it. South right side Bass. Over to Butler. Gracie Butler. Guess who's open? Taylor Delenti. No good. Long rebound. Bass flips it and saves it into South. What a play. Delenti into Harold. 2 more. Upperman's going to win the basketball game.
Really, really, really good play there out of all of them, right? Hustle play, back in, easy points in the post.
It's almost like about 4 minutes into the game they went, oh, yeah, it's basketball.
We're playing basketball here in Florida still.
Another dangerous pass. This one tipped ahead. And that one is rejected. Taylor Delenti swats it away. And with 1:12 to go in the second, Upperman has outscored Armwood in this quarter 19-3. And the big 3 get a breather. Auburn Johnson into the game. Gracie Butler, Taylor Delenti out for a moment. Sadie South stays in there. So the big 2 get a breather here. Baseline inbound coming for Armwood. Going to the corner. Trying to drive. Maggie Butler there. If that goes in, it's the best shot of the year. No good. They play on. Bass over to Johnson. Played great earlier in the JV game. Give her 2 here in the varsity contest. And Auburn Johnson's a player on most teams, Austin. She's playing big minutes.
Correct.
What a dominant frame. 3 ball up for Armwood. They need it, can't get it. That thing almost touched the ceiling. South ahead to Bass. That Upperman can't play with the shot clock nonsense is not panning out.
It's not a – it looks like a freezing cold take currently.
Johnson with it. Johnson looking into Harrell. That one poked away, 24 seconds. They can hold or they can go. Richardson trying to go. Steps into the 3. That's no good. Long rebound. Maggie Butler keeps it in, and Upperman can have the final look. They want to hold here. 10 seconds left. Coach McWilliams a little under the weather, so she's not as loud as she typically is. Bass goes to work. South, 3 seconds. Sadie South got to put it up. Johnson got to shoot it. They will not get the shot away. Pure dominance out of the Lady Bees from Baxter. After 2, it's 38-16 as they roll through the second quarter. We'll have Bobby McWilliams when we come back on the Happy Hiller halftime show. This is Upperman Basketball, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this home on Links Drive in Cookeville. With 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms at a prime location, this could be your forever home. Call 931-979-1191 for more information and to schedule a showing, or visit chadandamycrouch.com. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Watson Chevrolet is proud to present the area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Watson Chevy's staff of experts are ready to get you into your next vehicle with unmatched service and knowledge. Stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway and test drive the all-new Chevy Trax or Silverado today. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Watson Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network.
The Quality Family, a local company supporting and caring for our local communities. The Quality Family offers services to get you back to the game. From bracing to oxygen and everything in between, we can meet your medical equipment needs with Buckeye Home Medical Equipment. If you have an in-home need for strength and conditioning, for example after a surgery or injury, Quality Home Health is available to provide individualized care while you are on the mend. For those with end-of-life diseases, Quality Hospice is available to provide nurturing care during those difficult times. Choose the Quality family of services for care within your community. Visit thequalityfamily.com to navigate all we have to offer you.
When you order delivery from Domino's, you can get more than just pizza for $6.99. You can get specialty chicken, savory pastas, oven-baked Parmesan bread bites, molten lava crunch cakes, and medium 2-topping pizzas as well. We didn't stop at pizza, and you don't have to either.
Welcome back. It's time for the Happy Hiller halftime show. Visit happyhiller.com to see how our friends at Hiller can help solve your plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical problems today. That's happyhiller.com. At the break, Lady Bees rolling 38-16, a dominant second quarter for them. We'll have Upperman boys basketball in action coming up next as they take on East Bay out of Florida. We're joined by Upperman head coach Bobby McWilliams. Coach, we think it's on this floor, which would be sensational for the broadcast. First of all, how's the week been down here in the Sunshine State for you and the Bees?
It's been good. You know, we've battled a little bit of sickness, but that's to be expected. It's this time of the year. So, but yeah, other than that, we've had a good time. Kids have got an opportunity to spend quite a bit of time together, and that's kind of what we do it for. And you know, it's been a good week.
What is the purpose of this week for your team now that you're in it, and now especially the basketball portion? Because obviously, you're playing with a shot clock. You're playing very different styles of teams and styles of basketball. What is your approach to this next 3-game slate?
Yeah, absolutely. We will get tested as much as we can this week. You know, this tournament, we feel like playing here gets us more ready for postseason than probably anything we do. Just because of the length, the size, the speed, the athleticism, the aggressiveness that they play with in Florida. And so for us, it's just an opportunity for us to play against some really, really good competition and and try to do some. We have to work against some things we don't get an opportunity to do in practice every day for sure.
To that point, obviously you're having a great start to the season. You've been very dominant in those games, but you haven't faced a team, maybe with the exception of Oakland, especially with the Haggard kid, who's as good as it gets, that can really get up in your grill, that can really fight. What is your fight you hand checking all the way down the floor? What does your team have to do to have success against that here in these next 3 games?
Sure. Well, I mean, you're going to have to handle the ball first and foremost. That's the most important thing. And, hopefully our strength training and conditioning is all paid off. That's first and foremost. When you come down here, it's just it's a really physical, competitive game. And we feel like that gets us ready for the postseason. For us, I think once if we can get settled in quick enough to this game, it's going to give us a chance to stay in it and compete. But if we can't, then it could be a long 4 quarters. But we're looking forward to it because each team, you look a little bit further at in the bracket. Win or lose, you're going to play against some good competition that's going to do the same thing, and that's just something we can't duplicate. And we want to have an opportunity to play against that kind of stuff, at some point in time during the season, and that's just not something we run into in January, February.
An East Bay team tonight that I'm sure 99% of people watching have no clue anything about East Bay. What have you been able to uncover? What do you expect to see tonight?
Long, lengthy, athletic, can shoot the basketball, but will definitely guard you really, really hard. So that's going to be a real test for us to see, how we adjust to that from start to finish. We're not going to be perfect at it. We've not, really worked against that kind of tempo and game. And so we're hoping that, and our goal for this week is to get better each game and get better quarter by quarter, and that's what we hope will happen. We're just looking forward to it, and especially get the chance to get back on the floor again after a week-long break.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, my wife and I appreciate you guys letting us come down here again with you to Florida. We've had a good week, and it's going to be some good basketball the next 3 days.
Absolutely. Thank you for coming. And thank you for covering us.
Absolutely. Well, Bees in action next against East Bay. Lady Bees back in action up by 22 when we come back.
Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They're also proud to sponsor the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Fire and Vine in Cookeville is the Upper Cumberland's home for delicious Chicago-style pizza, beef, chicken, fish, and more. Located in Cookeville's historic downtown district, Fire and Vine's food and atmosphere will keep you coming back for more. Take in stunning views with the UCR team on Tuesday nights at 7, live for the UCR Coaches Show from the rooftop. Fire and Vine is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. All Sports and Outdoors in Jamestown is the Upper Cumberland's best sporting goods store. From cleats to camping supplies and everything in between, this family-owned store has it all. All Sports and Outdoors is proud to support our community, including student athletes throughout the Upper Cumberland. Stop in at 207 South Main Street or visit their website at hall42.com. All Sports and Outdoors is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Visit swallowsinsurance.com or call us today, 931-526-4025. Protecting your future. It's what we do.
Welcome back as we get back to action here in the third quarter. A period of just pure dominance in quarter number 2 for the Lady Bees. They lead 38-16, but an explosive Armwood team. We saw that in the first quarter where they scored 13 points. So Upperman got to continue to play the way that they have. I'm Noah McKay, joined by Coach Austin McWilliams. He'll be on the sidelines here in the next game as the Bees take on East Bay. And I hope Coach Tyler's going to put on the headset. And we're going to see who's better between two of the brothers. And Jace is over here being the statistician. He knows that Armwood has 15 turnovers so far. Lady B pressure working really well, Austin.
It is working really, really good. Little reverse. Reverse on him.
Yeah, exactly right. There's some pressure for Armwood, and they forced the turnover, and now they look to push the tempo. Trying to step inside. Somebody's wide open, but the pass is off the line, and they'll have to reset. Upperman, looks like they're going to start in the man-to-man a little bit. And they're a little bit discombobulated. Richardson step back three, no good. Long rebound, and it's going back to the Lady Bees as they outscored Armwood there in the second quarter, 21-3.
21-3. That's a hard one to recover from, but obviously they were capable of scoring 13 points in the first. So
you were on the bench for one of those runs, 30-0 for the Bees.
We did
last week against GCA.
Yeah, that was a good quarter of basketball.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. Sadie South from the top of the key works it over for Allen. Allen to Delenti. Taylor Delenti had 16 in the first half. Guess what? A lot of them were deep threes. There's Gracie Butler up and under. Couldn't get it to fall. That was silky smooth, though, for 22. Here come the Lady Hawks trying to push it. Left-hand dribble the whole way, and Ava Mae Allen escorts it out of bounds, and it'll go the other way.
That's 17 turnovers.
Pretty good defensive basketball team. As Ava Mae Allen brings it across timeline. But the sneaky thing about Upperman here the past couple of weeks, since they switched the lineup a little bit, South, a deep three, nothing but net. Sadie South with a Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate three. She missed her first three. She's hit her last two. And now, not sure how that's not counting, but we're okay there.
A little 6 days of practice, a little knock the rust off in the first half.
And that's a 5-second violation. They took a while to get the basketball, and now Upperman gets it right back. And Sadie South, it barely touches the net when it goes through with her shot.
Yeah, it's pretty perfect if you're looking for a good one to mimic out there.
Just a sophomore, has the potential to shatter some records from behind the arc, and those are some impressive records. Gracie Butler, she says, I want a three. That one's no good. Fight for the rebound. Armwood comes away. They'll push it in transition. That one dangerous. Another steal. It's Maggie this time. Maggie over to Delenti. Back to Gracie. Gracie says clear the runway. Picks up. Delenti floats back. 4-3, no. Rebound down. And it goes to Armwood. Whistle and a timeout call by the Lady Hawks. And remember, this is the ninth team in 6A in the state of Florida. They are 8-0, and it is a dominant 8-0. I'm talking 75-15, 65-20. But, as I always say, we are in the mecca of girls basketball in the Upper Cumberland. Austin, I tell a story all the time. I went to school in El Paso, Texas. That's right, I didn't go to Upperman. I know it's surprising to the haters out there. But 6A powerhouse, great football team, great boys basketball team, great baseball team. Girls basketball, our worst 1A team beating them. We got the best area in the world for high school girls basketball.
It's been that way for a long time, too. And it's very, very impressive year in, year out, the coaches they have, the players they have. And obviously you see them have success at the next level. And it's obviously that you see things like this. I mean, 41-16 and 5 minutes to go in the third quarter.
It is beautiful outside. 55 degrees right now, which is the coldest it's been, quite frankly. It's been nice and warm. It is not cold, or it is not warm at Neyland North.
It will not be cold for you tomorrow, will it?
I will be there tomorrow. We will have broadcast coverage of Upperman's games tomorrow, thanks to Matt Wilson and the lovely Madison McKay. But I'm going to be in Columbus. Go Vols. Richardson tries to go over Harrell. Nothing doing. Offensive rebound. Put back. Nicely done there by Bandy out of the timeout as they try to just build some momentum here and see if they can get on a run. It's a lot easier said than done.
Oh.
Allen.
Might have got away with one there.
Yes, indeed. We play on. Two teams separated by 600 miles. Allen to South. Now to Delenti. 16 on the shot clock. You just tuned in. We got a 35-second shot clock in this tournament for boys and girls. Allen with 10 seconds. They're going to have to go. Allen. Got to go. 6 seconds. She's going to drive. Kicks over to Delenti. Set play. 3 points. Asanya Brown with American Way Real Estate 3.
It's number 12. She shoots pretty good if you hadn't figured that one out yet.
Taylor Delenti has 19 in the ball game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 triples so far. I was going to say the sneaky thing about Upperman here recently with the defense, They've been really good on defense. All of a sudden, they're starting to fill up the offensive side of the basketball.
Figured out some ways to put some points together, and when they do that always makes them a hard team to beat.
And a part of that right there, Ava May Allen to Taylor Delente, in and out, and no. Couldn't ask for a better look. Rebound tipped around. Richardson has it. Lady Hawks trying to push it. A drive inside, right-hand lay, no. Harrell with the rebound. Harrell, power dribbles down as Allen got caught up in traffic. Alley-oop. Out of play. Maggie Butler couldn't go up for the slam. Cora Bass going to check in as it goes back the other way to Armwood.
That's one of those that, as a point guard for Coach Dana, you have to take that one on the chin and figure out and come up with a new plan next time.
We can see some of those passes in the next game.
We definitely could.
Cobb to Chaffin.
Little track meet probably going to happen, I would imagine.
Chaffin to Cobb. We had that a few times. That's the invert. Everyone thinks it's Cobb to Chaffin. Then it goes Chaffin to Cobb. Maggie Butler has got 72 steals in this basketball game. And good sportsmanship there from Richardson. Help out Maggie. It'll remain Lady Hawks basketball. Gracie in for Maggie. The twin swap.
Maggie's had a really good last 3 weeks. You can see she's kind of getting back into her basketball form.
She's settling in there as that one's swatted by Gracie. It's still loose. Still loose. South has it. Gives back to Gracie. It's still loose. We're fighting for it. We got a foul. And Gracie Butler's going to be really upset with that one. She's helped back up to her feet. You never have to wonder what 22 is thinking out there.
She definitely lets you know. Typically doesn't agree with any foul call either way.
And commits her fair share. She'll get in there. Mentioned before you got on the headset, she should love playing here in Florida. You can go get after it.
100%.
Now another steal. This time it's Sadie South. Turns up the Jets. Sadie South coast to coast for two.
Really good play out of Sadie. Sneaky athlete actually out there.
That one nearly stolen. Finds Richardson. Richardson poked by Bass. Another near turnover. They got it. Poked out of play by Harrell to stay on that end. And how many turnovers do they have now? As Gracie Butler's having some fun out there tonight.
20 turnovers out of the Armwood.
Lady Hawks with 4 minutes to go. Yeah, this is the fun part of the year where we know nothing about the teams. We just do a quick search, see what we can find.
More than some people do.
It's more than most people do back home, unfortunately, but it's good for me to kind of experience what other people are doing out there. That's why it's a sweet gig. Reverse pass, number 21, Delente with the steal. Ahead to Bass for two more. And the Lady Bees are putting on a show here in Tampa. Couldn't tell they haven't practiced in a week.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a team that's been...
22, Delente with the turnover. Now Bass, right side off the feed, no good. Fight for the rebound. Gracie Butler says, give me that. Gracie to Taylor, extra feed. Sadie South, rain it home. Asanya Brown with American Way Real Estate 3 for Sadie South, and the floodgates have opened in Tampa Bay. 23, Delente with another steal. She'll float back. Has that one poked loose, and they have it. Stolen back by the Lady Hawks. That one ahead. And for Upperman, you know they're not going to be just elated. Coach McWilliams going to want to work on their turnovers. They've had quite a few of them here in this game.
For sure. Another one for the Lady Bees. Gracie takes it in.
And Gracie Butler has it swiped in the foul. Gracie Butler's going to go to the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line to shoot two. (51-18), and in the last two quarters, Austin, Armwood has scored 5 points.
That's something that we have seen it before. It's not completely uncommon, but it is a very, very good performance here for the Lady Bees.
And the hockey line change coming in here for the Lady Hawks. Everybody at the table. They do have some starters there. Richardson's there. First one, no good for Gracie Butler. Maggie's going to check in 4. And everybody over the boards and onto the ice. Hardwood here for the Lady Hawks. 24 turnovers. And 90% of them have been forced. They haven't been just
no dead ball turnovers.
First or second one, rather, is good for Gracie Butler, who has 7 points tonight. The big three, Butler, Delente, and South, getting it done again. Ahead here, that's travel. Possession back the other way. Pivoted in. Maggie Butler was there defensively, and they'll go back the opposite direction. Don't forget, the boys in action. It's on this floor, so we'll keep it in this stream. I'll have to retitle it later against East Bay out of Florida. Should be a good basketball game. Bees trying to remain undefeated, and as you've learned in this game, undefeated records can go quickly. Butler fires a pass. Harrell looking in. That one knocked away. A couple of right places, right time, and again, love the sportsmanship there.
It was not the design of the play, but it was actually almost worked perfect.
And they changed the design of the play. Bass into Delenti in the corner. Back to Maggie. Over to South. South extra feed to Bass. Bass to Delenti. Reverse feed. Sadie South's open again. Let's jog back the other way. There comes Sadie South, her fourth. Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate, 3 of the game. And Upperman's lead is 55-18.
Playing with fire, leaving 11 and 12 open.
Don't forget, as Auburn Johnson and Sierra Nash going to check in here for Bass and Harrell. We'll have the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game at the conclusion of this one. And a double dribble there and a little frustration. You get it. If you're Armwood, listen. This is a team that can win a state championship in this state.
Imagine walking in here today and then looking at the score after 3 quarters. Like what?
If you're from this state, you would certainly think that it's inverted. And in typical Upperman fashion, you don't think that this is the group of girls. As Delenti's open again, no good. But Maggie Butler couldn't possess it. Gives back to Johnson. Johnson back to Delenti. You wouldn't think, just looking at him.
Don't always pass the eye test.
They didn't reset the shot clock. Coach knows it. Officials don't change it. Doesn't matter at this point. Delenti with it. 46 seconds. Got to go. 4 on the shot clock. Delenti steps through and is fouled. Taylor Delenti to the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line to shoot 2.
We have entered the running clock portion of this broadcast.
Is that a rule? Oh, my. It's over 35.
Yeah.
It is 37, not 27. I'm bad at math. The Lady Bees are running clocking. A state championship contender in 6A in Florida. First one for Delenti is good. We're going to be ahead of schedule for the boys' game, which means they may delay it, in which case we would create a new stream. Second one no good. 10 seconds left here for Richardson. She's a good player. Steps through the defense, throws up the right-hand runner. No good. Rebound down. It's loose, fought for, and that will do it. More dominance out of the Lady Bees. After 3, it's 56-18. We'll have the finish when we come back. This is Lady Bee basketball presented by Gentry's Power Equipment and the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Upperman basketball on UCR. Located at 755 Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville, Gentry's Power Equipment is your local steel dealer. With a huge selection of outdoor power equipment, including chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, mowers, pressure washers, and more. They are your local one-stop shop for high-quality equipment. Locally owned and operated, Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to support Upperman Athletics and UCR.
9 threes.
Welcome back, Upperman. Way out in front, 56-18. They're on a 39-5 run in the last 2 quarters. It was a 3-point game, a 4-point game rather, at the end of the first quarter. It is no longer a 4-point game. And Taylor Delenti with 20 points. Sadie South had 11 in that third quarter to give her 16. Noah McKay joined by Coach Austin Nick Williams. Happy to be with you today from Tampa Bay, Florida. Three ball up for Richardson. Good. I'm telling you, this girl can play. She's going to go to the next level. She's got 11 points and 3 threes in the game.